Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a pretty detailed due diligence report on a big high-density project down in Johor Bahru. We're focusing on summer suites, that's also known as Residensi Bukit Meldrum. And the mission is simple. Does the developer's pitch for 2029 stack up against, well, the market we see right now in 2025?
Yeah, and right off the bat, there's something really crucial if you're looking into this area. You absolutely have to know this. This project, Summer Suites by Connoisseur Properties, is not the same as Meldrum Heights. That one's nearby, already built by MB World Group. They both use Residensi Meldrum in some way, but they're totally different. Mixing them up, that'll wreck your whole analysis.
Okay, that's a vital distinction, thanks. Because, here's the real tension, isn't it? You're being asked to lock in your money for, 4 or 5 years? Completion isn't expected until Q2 2029. And you're paying a pretty steep launch price today for that RM 950 up to RM 1150 per square foot. That feels like a big bet on future appreciation.
It's a huge bet. And, the way the building's designed tells you exactly who they think will take that bet. It screams rental machine. Think about this. 73%, almost 3/4 of the 748 units are designed as dual key or dual studio. And one specific layout, the Type C dual studio. That alone makes up 55% of all the units.
Wow. So if you buy that Type C, you're instantly up against, 407 other identical units right there in the same building. That's got to create some fierce internal competition for tenants or buyers later. And that rental focus, it changes the whole ownership game, right? Commercial title means higher maintenance. They're saying RM 0.40 PSF, and your utilities, water, electricity, they'll cost more too.
Exactly. And that internal competition feeds right into the whole livability question. This building is dense. Really dense. 748 units crammed onto just under 1.5 acres. That works out to 22 units on every single floor.
22 per floor. That sounds intense. Even for a high-rise, you're basically guaranteed a very transient vibe, like living in a hotel. Plus, imagine the elevator queues, and the general wear and tear must be significant.
And speaking of livability, or lack thereof, let's talk about the big selling point, walkability. The marketing promises an 850-meter walk to the CIQ RTS complex, and they mentioned a fully covered walkway.
Right. The CIQ RTS is the customs and future rail link to Singapore, huge potential draw. But what's the reality check on that walk?
Well, the reports from the ground say right now it's more like gritty sidewalks and dodging traffic, not exactly pleasant. And that fully covered walkway, you have to look closely. The brochures clearly state it's just an artist's impression. It's not a contractual obligation. It might never happen.
The classic artist's impression caveat. Okay. And there's another clue in their own marketing, isn't there? About noise. They're actively advertising soundproof windows.
Which is basically them admitting up front that noise is going to be a problem. You've got the RTS railway line right there, above ground, plus a major highway. It's going to be a constant background feature.
So, questionable walkability, guaranteed noise. Now, how do we test that 2029 price tag against today?
That's where the proxy data comes in. We use the completed Meldrum Heights, the other Residensi Meldrum, to see what the market actually bears right now. And, well, this is where the investment case for summer suites really starts to fall apart.
Okay. How so?
You can go out today, right now, and buy a similar, maybe even better, dual-key unit in the completed lower-density Meldrum Heights for as low as RM 861 per square foot.
Wait, hang on. RM 861 PSF today for a ready unit. That's less than the starting price for summer suites, which won't be ready until 2029. That completely flips the usual logic of buying off plan, doesn't it? You normally expect a discount for the construction risk and the wait.
Precisely. You're paying a premium to wait 5 years. And during that time, your capital is locked up. You're earning nothing. Our analysis of the proxy data, looking at actual rentals in that specific spot, shows realistic gross yields are maybe 4.2% to 5.2% right now. Why pay more, wait 5 years, and just hope you can eventually match the kind of return you could be getting immediately next door? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so let's recap. Massive internal supply of identical units. No noise issues. A walkability promise that's shaky at best. And the current market, right next door, already offers completed units for less than this future project's launch price. It feels like the verdict for both investors and potential owner-occupiers has to be pretty clear here. Avoid.
Absolutely. Avoid. The combination of risks, the timeline, the price, the density, the competition, the livability issues It's just too much.
So here's a final thought for you, something to really consider. Given that 73% of this building is purpose-built for rental, likely including a lot of short-term lets like Airbnb,
Right.
what happens? What are the financial implications if the building management or maybe even the local authorities decide to clamp down hard on short-term rentals? If they bring in strict rules or fees or maybe even outright bans, and they do it before this project is even handed over in 2029, that's a huge regulatory risk hanging over this whole investment.
Yeah.